Guys, welcome back to World Illuminator 11, and if you are new to the channel, a really warm welcome to you. So I got really strong guidance today to start this week by talking about you move, they move, and also a reminder of the fact that you and your twin are one. This is something that we hear all the time. This is something that we know, but it is so easy to get lost in they, them over there, and what they're doing, in their 3D worlds, them over there and me over here, as a divine feminine. And that's the message that's really coming through from the angels, to remember that you and your twin are one. We are going through a time now where we are really getting rid of that separation consciousness that has existed, amongst us, or, on the planet for so long, where we are getting into a place of unity consciousness, of understanding that, knowing that we are all one. And, and it starts from you and your twin. You are one with your twin. You're already in union with your twin. There is no separation when it comes to you and your twin. The separation is only on the physical. But it's always about you seeing this journey from a higher perspective, understanding that there is no separation. This journey goes beyond the physical, and you and your twin are one. You are both working together right now, even if they're there doing what they're doing physically, but you're working together on the higher realms. You're working together towards the same goal. Your soul chose to come into this, lifetime so that in the two bodies that you're in, so that you can work through the things that have held you both back for so long, so that you can release the programming, the fear, the wounding, the pain, the trauma. It's all about letting go of the past. All those things that have held you back from being your true self, from connecting with the light of your soul, from standing up in the truth of who you really are. And your twin flame helps you to be able to do that. And, but it's when you are looking at the journey itself, yes, you start from a place of focusing on them over there, and that's the way it is. But you grow on your journey, and you have to get to a place of realizing that you are one. And there is no separation between the two of you. And that's moving into that place of that unity consciousness, of knowing that you are already in union. Because the more you are focused so much on the separation, they are there and I am here, you're creating more of that. It's always important to understand that the way you are seeing things, what is going on with you, is what you create more of. So that's the message that's really coming through from the angels. And I said last week, when I did the live, and when I did, another video as well, how for these next 4 months, as we are getting towards the end of the year, we are really being guided to come back more to getting into that place of that inner union. And I feel this is why I got this really strong guidance to do this video today. And that place of getting into that inner union is about you finding that peace within, is about you getting into a place of knowing that you and your twin are one, and, and finding that alignment within, finding that peace, finding that joy and happiness in your own life. And, and really getting into the place of that unconditional love for your twin. And, and what sort of like the vision that I'm being given right now when it comes to your journey is a vision of you and your car. Let's say you've bought a new car, you've got a car, it doesn't have to be new, you've got a car, it's like you and your car. And, and when you look at the car in the physical sense, so you're going to have to work with me here. This is the vision that I'm being given. So we're going to have to work with this vision the way that I'm being given it. And, it's like you look at the car, it's the physical, it's the car, and then there's you. And, and then you start the engine, you get in and you start the engine, and it sort of splatters, and, and that's how you start the car, for the car to be able to move. And the angels are saying to me right now, this is like that starting of the car, that engine that splatters, and, and the car starts to make that noise. That's like what your divine masculine does. on this journey. You get together, you meet, and everything is, you're going through the phase where everything is amazing on your journey, and then you get to a point whereby the separation happens. For whatever reason it happens, or it happened on your journey. It's like, the separation happens, and that's like where your divine masculine turns that, sort of that turning of that ignition, that splattering. It's like the engine coming on, and that's the engine that comes on for you, the divine feminine. And it's then, your divine masculine is like that engine that comes on, where they kind of ignite you in a way. They ignite you so that, with that separation that happens, and this puts you in you in a place of feeling that pain. Something has happened that kind of tears you apart, and your heart, your soul, it feels the pain of not being with them. But that is sort of like the ignition that comes in for you to help you to start to work on yourself as a divine feminine. And it's like it's like that agreement that you had as a soul, that at whatever point on your journey of life, they are going to come into your life, and they are going to ignite you, that ignition going on. And they're sort of the engine that sort of just makes that noise, and helps you to start to do the work that you are here to do. And that's the work of you working on yourself, of healing yourself, of loving yourself, of starting to see the things that you need to release, the things of the past, and you have to start working on all those things. But they're that engine. And the message coming through is that, when you think of a car, you're like, oh, you can turn the engine off at any time, but you're going to have to get past that. On this journey, we're getting past the physical part of the way things are. Your divine masculine is the engine that ignites you, and they're the engine that stays on when it comes to you two as the soul. They are on all the time. That engine is constantly ignited. And the reason why it's like that is because they're sort of the one who have helped you to get into that place of working on yourself. And and the engine is continuously on because they are there with you. You are one. And the message coming through is that when you are in that car as a divine feminine, and you start to drive the car, you change the gears. I only have driven like a manual car, so I'm talking about a manual car. You start to change the gears, and then you press the accelerator and you turn the steering wheel, right? You're then starting to do the work on your journey. So you're the divine feminine. They've ignited you with that, or turned that ignition on, and they're sort of that engine that is revving and is on. And so they are there with you. They are walking your path with you. You are one. And it's like you and the car come together, and you start to drive that car. For you to be able to get from point A to point B to point C to point D up until Z, you have to be driving that car. And the engine is on, and you're driving that car. Yes, of course, you can turn the car off, but we're not talking about that. When it comes to your divine masculine, they are there with you all the time. So see past that physical sort of thing that happens with the car, but know them to be the part of you, the soul part of you that is the divine masculine part of you that is always there with you, that is sort of ignited you and is constantly on. That's the message that's coming through. It's like they're constantly on, and they are there with you. As you turn, the steering wheel and change the gears and you move the car, they are there with you. And obviously, if for example, the engine is off, then the car won't go anywhere. You can turn the steering wheel as much as you like, but the car won't go anywhere. So it is about you knowing that, as in this sort of analogy that I am giving, the divine masculine is like their engine is always on. They've always turned on, and and they are there with you all the time to help you to be able to drive the car and get to where you're meant to be. So you then come in as a divine feminine, and you start to drive that car. you change the gears, you do everything that you need to do, and you move the car forward. So that is you doing your work as a divine feminine, and they're there supporting you. You may not see them or hear from them, but they are there with you, because on the higher realms you are working together. So that's the message that was really coming through. They are always there with you. They're that engine that is turned on as you drive the car, as you get from one point to another. They are the car that's going with you. They are always with you. So it's about you understanding that they're not like over there where they are doing this. You have to get away from focusing so much on the physical. I see it in the comments sometimes. There's, why are they doing this? There was a comment just last night that I saw this morning about, why are they continuing to hate us? Why are they so focused on the karmic or something along those lines? I can't remember exactly. And what you are doing in that case, you are constantly focusing on their physical world, and you're being asked to pull your energy back. Come back to yourself. The only way you're going to be able to move forward on your journey and not stay stuck in looking at what's going on in the physical world is if you drive the car. If you change the gears and you turn the engine and, you push the accelerator, and that's you doing you. That's you focusing on your life and, working on yourself, healing the pain of the things that have happened with your divine masculine, with other people, things of the past. You have to be healing all that, because you have to keep moving on your journey. And as you're moving, they're moving with you. That's the message that's coming through. You move, they move. They may be behind, and always remember that the physical is what catches up last. But on the higher realms, you're working together. With your twin flame, you are working together towards the same goal. But you have to drive that car. And driving that car is about you focusing on you doing you, knowing that they are there with you. Don't see them as being over there. See the journey from a higher perspective. They are here with you. That ignition that is on, helping you to be able to move forward. I look at my journey. If it wasn't for my divine masculine and everything that happened on our journey, which was really painful, it broke me. But it is what helped me to build myself up to where I am today, to be able to sit here and do this, video that I'm doing and all the videos that I do. It was because my divine masculine turned on that ignition. And, even if they're not here with me in the physical, but they are here with me because we are one. And as I do these things, it's about you driving the car, and it's about you moving forward to doing your mission, because as a divine feminine, you are the spiritual twin. You're the one who sort of moves forward to do your mission, to, it's part of your journey to be able to do that. And your divine masculine, by them turning that ignition, by them, turning you on in a way and being with you, because that engine is there, sort of making the noise as you drive the car. So they are constantly with you. And by them being there with you, you're able to do the things that you are here to do, So I wouldn't be here doing this if my divine masculine wasn't there helping me. So, you may not be able to see them physically, but you're constantly shown signs to show you that they're there with you. There's always something. You feel their energy. You see the signs and synchronicities. That they're there with you as you see the journey from a higher perspective. So it's about you getting out of the place of focusing so much on what is going on in their physical world, that they're over there, and know that they're here with you. You are one. And as you move, as you drive that car, that engine that is on is going with you, because that's how the car moves. So you are moving together. And they may be behind in their physical world, in the things that they're doing. This is where you have to understand as well that there's divine timing at play. Everything has to happen in the right divine timing. It's not down to you. And you also have to understand that, when you are in the energy of, but they are still doing this in their 3D world. They're not doing this. Or I've been driving that car, doing all this all the time, and they're still not doing anything. The message is this journey is there to teach you as a divine feminine to come back to unconditional love. And unconditional love gets you out of that energy of focusing so much or expecting them to do certain things because you're driving the car. You have to just be in the place of unconditionally loving them. Wherever they may be in their physical world, whatever they may be doing, you get into a place of that, of just having that love. It's like a place of neutrality, of being neutral. You just love them, whatever they may be doing, whether they are focused on their own life or whatever they're doing, you just have that love. And that is what we are all moving forward towards, moving into the place of having that unconditional love, and also knowing that they will come in the physical at the right time. If you are still in the energy of saying, oh, I'm doing the work and they're still not coming, I've done this for a long time, they're still not doing this, then you have to see that there is your ego that is still playing a part there. The ego is still playing a part because it's having expectations that because I'm driving the car and I'm doing all this, they should be doing this. And it's about you working through that, because what we are working on doing is kind of quietening that ego, for you to step up and be one with your higher self. And your higher self is that higher self of unconditional love, where you just have the love in the place of neutrality, of being neutral wherever they may be, whatever they may be doing. So that's the message that's coming through, and it's about realizing that this journey is there to teach you as a divine feminine. So rather than focusing on what they're doing in their 3D world, focus on you. Bring all your energy back to yourself. Maybe you're saying, I saw another comment saying, oh, they're not determined, they're not doing this in relation to the video that I did yesterday. But rather than being focused on what they're doing, come back to you. Where are you not determined on your own journey? What are you not doing for yourself when it comes to your loving yourself, doing things for you? Maybe it's your mission. Are you determined to do your mission? Are you going forward with doing your mission? Rather than look at them, look at yourself. That's the message that's coming through. That's the way that you are going to keep moving on this journey. The more you put your focus on you, looking at yourself, where are you sort of, pulling back and doing things that you need to do, or you're being guided to do, and yet you're not doing them because of fear. You're holding yourself back. You move, they move. That's the message that's coming through from the angels. You have to keep driving that car. You have to keep changing those gears, pressing the accelerator, and all those things that you do. You have to keep doing that, and you do that in your life. So rather than focus on their 3D world, focus on driving that car in your own life, finding your own joy, getting into that place of inner union, finding that peace, and the peace as well, where you get into a place of inner union. You find that peace in yourself, no matter what your divine masculine is doing in their 3D world. That is you getting into a place of inner union. If what they're still doing in their 3D world is still putting you in a place of panic, and you are still needing to work on getting into that inner union, because inner union is about you finding your peace and your joy in the life that you're living in this present moment, without being affected by the things that are going on outside of you. So that's the message that's coming through from the angels, to really bring everything back to you. Where are you needing to do the work on yourself? Where are you needing to heal yourself? Where are you needing to love yourself more, to give yourself all the love? Where are you needing to start working on your mission, to being creative, to work on your spiritual path? What are the things that you need to be doing in your own life? That's the message coming through from the angels. Rather than focusing on what's going on in their karmic situation with their 3D world, bring it all back to you. The more you are moving the energy and driving that car in your own life, that's going to help them to move wherever they may be. And when they do move, it's something that happens. It just happens. You don't even know about it. You don't even realize that they are moving, because these things happen on, energetically, but it happens because you're driving the car. So the message is, rather than focus on them, come back to you. You keep moving when it comes to your own life. Keep driving the car. Keep doing things for you. Keep finding joy, the things that you love doing. Be there for yourself. Love yourself. Live your life fully. And the more you are doing that, driving the car and working on your mission is a big part of your journey as a divine feminine on your twin flame journey. We are here to get past all the things that have held us back so that we can be able to move forward when it comes to doing our mission. So it's something that is also part of you driving the car. So you have to be in that energy of working towards your mission, whatever that mission is for you. Whatever that is, that's about you being in service, helping others, and the planet, whatever it is, it's about you working towards doing that. So rather than be sitting there and constantly looking at their 3D world, what they're doing, bring it all back to yourself. Work on loving yourself. The other comment said, oh, I know I'm not enough because I'm not a certain age, and he's going for people at a certain age. Well, you are not. If you're saying you're not enough, then you need to do the work on yourself. You need to know that you are enough, because you are. You are an amazing divine being, and you are here to see your worth, to know your worth, and to know that you are enough. And you have to work on yourself to feel that within yourself. That's part of why these things happen on your journey, because it's bringing you back to getting to a place where you find that knowingness in yourself that you are enough. You work through the insecurities, whatever makes you feel within yourself that you're not enough. It's your divine masculine is showing you things that are going on within you that you need to work on for yourself. You have to get into a place of loving yourself unconditionally, of knowing you are enough, knowing how amazing you are. And these are things that you work through. Someone else asked me about how can you work on, these things for yourself. I will do another video in relation to that, another time. But, these are some of the things that you have to work on. That's how you move on your journey. You move, they move. And it's not about focusing on them. It's about you moving with loving yourself, doing things for you. Self-love is the basis of this journey. You have to love yourself unconditionally. Work through whatever is stopping you from loving yourself. That's part of you driving that car. So the message is you move by driving the car. And and they move with you. And you can't get anywhere without the actual car. I mean, you can get an Uber or whatever, but we are looking at this from a higher perspective in relation to the journey. You have to, because you are one with your twin. So the more you are driving that car, because you lead the journey as a divine feminine, as the spiritual twin, you have to walk your spiritual path. You have to do the things that you are here to do for your own journey, to love yourself. You have to be moving in that sense, and they will start to move as well, because you are one. So the more you're moving, since you lead the journey in a way, then they will start moving in their own time, in the right divine timing. And you don't need to be worrying about when are they doing this? Are they doing this? Leave that to the Creator. This journey comes from the Creator. Trust that your divine masculine will find their way in the time that they're meant to. And you focus on driving the car and moving forward. And the two of you are moving forward together, because you are one. So, that's the other message. Rather than seeing them as being over there, come back to seeing them as being one with you, because they are. You are that one soul, and you're working together towards the same goal. You are here to help humanity, especially as we're moving into the golden age. Things are changing, and twin flames are being moved forward so that they can truly step up. And that's part of the reason why I feel I'm being guided to do these videos for the next 4 months, so that we can really, not for the next 4 months, but as we're moving into these next 4 months towards the end of the year, we can really step up within ourselves as a divine feminine, because we are needed right now. And for you to be able to move forward, you have to keep driving the car in your own life. And the more you are moving, the more your divine masculine moves as well. So, that's the message that's really coming through. You are one. You are moving together. So see this journey beyond the physical. Let go of looking at their physical world and really focus on you. Look at your life. Where do you need to change things? What do you need to be moving forward in and doing when it comes to your own life, and do those things. And the more you move, the more they move as well. So that's the message coming through that I was really being guided to share. I hope you have a great day, guys. Love, peace, positivity, and light.